Thank you, Dylan. Our sixth, our next person at Annie Mae's Mighty Fine Poetry Night is none other than Madeline. Please clap.
It ain't the way you crawl across the floor.
Alright, I have two poems. They're both about collecting things. One is called, well, which one should I read? Tours. This is a portrait of a house, any house, or every house I have ever lived, I forget. This is a cigarette, all the cigarettes I've ever smoked.
Can I get an Evan Tuttle?
This is a violin, every violin I've ever heard in all my life. This is a cemetery where my grandfather was buried before I ever met him. This is a field of grasshoppers calling out to each other in the summer sun. This is the day of Patrick's funeral, every day that has ever been his funeral. This is the day I drove through the places of my mother's childhood with her, my headphones on as we passed a joint back and forth between us. I listened to Hot Rocks by the Rolling Stones and felt alive, and felt the grit of ash in my mouth. I was 16 and made excuses to my first job, just to stay in my uncle's trailer on rural route number 5 and feel alive. These are the places where we place our memories like stones on headstones to remember. My last drive on Highway 24, I stopped outside Silver Lake to talk with my dad. I had to pee, so I squatted next to my car on the gravel road that led to the place where we placed his body in the ground. I don't think he'd mind. He always hated gas station bathrooms. These are just places where we have lived and died, that live inside of us. And this one's actually called The Collector. Here, no here, where the sound of your heartbeat beating is enough to set my bones to breaking, and my hands are aching as my fingers are tracing the curve of your collarbone. There, yes there, that spot in between your breasts that sinks, that is where I want to live the rest of my days, sleeping silently and never dreaming. Quietly, I collect all the parts of your body beneath my palms, stopping once or twice to say yes, I will remember this moment years from now, when your breath came shallow and your blood pumped quickly through your veins. It is enough to remember and carry the moments with me beneath the flesh of my palms.